England, disrupting travel and closing schools as forecasters are now warning us we're in for what may be the worst snowstorm in centuries. All municipal and township roadways are closed to non-emergency personnel until further notice. Expect severe temperature drops and wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour. Please, take shelter immediately and bundle up. We're in for a bloody cold one.
With the events surrounding the Ravenhurst mystery on my back, I once again head east to agency headquarters. I empathize the victims of that tragic place and find great relief in my own departure. I do wonder if that's the last we'll hear of that story, however. As usual, my comfort appears to be short-lived. What should have been a luxury drive has instead placed me within the path of an unusually turbulent ice storm. I empathize unusual as I cannot recall such a violent blizzard occurring in late fall. A dense flurry maybe, but nothing to the present degree. Driving has become unsafe. Wipers fail to shovel the relentless snow from my vision, and I've been forced onto a rural access road just a brief distance from the main motorway. Warning lights flash some distance ahead of me as a snow-covered sign counters my arrival upon the frozen hamlet of Dyer Grove. I have approached the ice-encrusted automobile whose warning lines beckon my attention after pulling over to wait out the storm. A camcorder and warning note are my only reception upon investigating the interior of the derelict rental vehicle. Signs of struggle and a hastily scribbled message raise the hair on my arms. She is real? I have no idea what this means, but given the severity of the storm, the owners of this vehicle must be in grave danger to have abandoned the car in such a hurried manner. I will make an effort to locate the missing parties by exploring my surroundings, but first I should seek cover from the assaulting winds.
We're receiving reports of an extremely powerful winter storm in the North Yorkshire area. Downed trees and power outages caused by heavy precipitation are affecting residents between Wetherby and York. A severe ice and snow advisory is in effect until noon tomorrow. Driving is not recommended, but if you must, be prepared for slippery roads and limited visibilities. Stay tuned for further updates listening to BBC Weather Leeds Radio. For those of you just...
Susan. I'm scattering these tapes to increase our chances of being found. The legend is real. This is not a stunt. I'm a graduate student. My name is Allison Sterling, and I come from Strayer University. Susan, is that you? Susan? Is that you?
Much like the abandoned vehicle's door, the front entrance of a seasonal bed and breakfast swings violently as tracks in the snow confirm that I am not alone in this place. Though providing relief from the wind, the dark, unfamiliar interior of the hotel is freezing. I would turn on the light, but I have a feeling the visitors whose footprints I am following probably would have tried that already. A clock with obviously faulty batteries spins above the reception desk, and the door to the manager's office is tightly secured. I should attempt entrance via another means, as there may be a working telephone within. A report to authorities regarding the deserted vehicle is probably in order, and truth to be told, hearing a friendly voice would put me at ease. hotel's lobby has been turned into a makeshift campsite with evidence suggesting the owners of the abandoned car may have slept here seeking shelter from the storm. Camping and travel supplies encircle a cold, empty hearth while the visitors' whereabouts remain a mystery. I would certainly welcome a comforting fire should I spend additional time amid the elements in my current attire. I am not exactly dressed for blizzard conditions. Perhaps the only permanent clue, a news clipping detailing the discovery of an ancient artifact, is included here for reference. The article is recent and I find it intriguing that the artifact was unearthed not far from my present location. Judging from the margin notes, the visitor who arrived before me must have traveled here with interest in the relic. The hotel is freezing. It's almost as if the weather outside is trying to force its way in. The centuries-old structure creaks and moans like an old man rising uncomfortably from his easy chair. How much of the chatter is due to a normal setting versus the offensive nature of weather is debatable. I need to locate a telephone to let the authorities know myself and others are trapped within the storm. The manager's office near the front desk will be a good place to check, but the door is locked. The bathroom I'm standing in is positioned directly above the office and the floor is already in dire straits. I suppose I could hasten the disrepair with a few good whacks. As I've stated before, sometimes you need to do a little damage if you want to solve a mystery.
We just took off on our way to Dire Grove. Don't tell Susan I borrowed the can.
This is tricky. So which wagon's ours?
The guy said number 6. There it is.
What's with all the paparazzi?
I seriously are asking us documents the trip. Hey, we're messing around. This isn't a pleasure cruise. The Celtic legend of Dyer Grove has been passed down for centuries, from generation to generation. Considered by most a fairy tale, it was told by campfires or as a bedtime story. Again and again it was told, until, like most ancient accounts, it bore less resemblance to any factual occurrence and slowly became a superstition. And that is how it remains for over 2,000 years, until today. However absurd it may sound, it is my contention that an artifact unearthed 2 days ago in the United Kingdom is evidence that the legend of Dyer Grove is in fact very real. Judging by today's turnout, I will assume I am the only one who understands this to be true.
I successfully unlocked the first bedroom on the right in the upstairs hallway after locating the key amid the exceptionally cluttered front desk. The bedrooms in the hotel appeared to be embellished according to the theme, my current location being decked in a decidedly choral attire. An ornate chest near the end of the bed caught my eye with its elaborate step. Ever the problem solver, I quickly discerned the solution to the complication and was ill-rewarded with an old instruction manual among a stack of musty linens. A covered bridge appears to be my only means of access to the tiny village of Dire Grove. Unfortunately, the oppressive weight of ice and snow has caused the roof to cave in, and large support beams have created a sizable gash in the floorboards. Maybe I can toss something to loop over the huge beam to get me across. A wide center beam feels stable. Maybe I could attach something and swing across, because climbing through the debris is too precautious and the river is not an option. While starting to freeze on the banks, the waves still rage beneath me, and I have no intention of learning how brutally cold that water must surely be. If I wasn't so concerned about getting access to the inoperable telephone in the manager's office, I never would have taken such extreme measures to get inside. Besides, the bathroom floor needed to be replaced anyway. Unfortunately, after all my effort, the phone lines appear to be disabled, no doubt due to harsh weather conditions. In addition, the hotel's power remains out, and while not typically afraid of the dark, there is no way I'm exploring that basement without getting some lights on in this place.
So, where to first? The relic was found by a bed and breakfast but is closed for the season, so we're gonna go camping. Can somebody find it on the map?
Sure. So how long are we gonna be roughing it?
1 or 2 days. The forecast said it's in the 50s, so it shouldn't be that bad.
Hey Al, tell your fans a little bit about what you're doing.
We are gonna go look at some ruins, and then I'm gonna talk to the museum director about the relic that was found at Dyer Grove.
Here it is. Dyer Grove. Nothing too ominous about that, eh, Governor?
A torn scrap of paper caught among the branches of a tree outside the hotel was challenging to acquire. I remembered spotting a similarly ripped piece of paper in the library, and sure enough, it's a perfect fit. Unfortunately, the 4 numbers scrawled onto the note mean very little to me, but I've enclosed it here nonetheless. I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Maybe it's just how uneasy I feel about being stranded here under such conditions, but I definitely sense some kind of presence amid the snow, blowing about the accusing winds. If there is anyone who's become accustomed to such phenomena, it's me. I've located one of the missing parties whose vehicle I encountered upon arrival in Dyer Grove. He slows and solid, yet appears somehow still active, as if petrified, within some kind of hypnotic state. He is unresponsive, and the frozen water surrounding his feet prevents me from dragging him to safety. The young man's frozen hands are caked with dirt and clutching a strange disc-shaped artifact with a hole in the center encircled with an unusual symbol. The storm is getting worse, and I've got to find help. I will continue my investigation and try to find his companions.
I am the fisherman. I am the fisherman. I am the fisherman.
Packing, it makes me nervous. I was thinking I'm gonna forget something. Okay, so, you really think there's truth to this legend? Well, it is the source of my dissertation. This relic that they found is the missing link. You're gonna believe me when we get to that grove.
Got a big enough suitcase? Make sure you lock it. You don't want anybody making off with your auntie. Don't forget the combination.
Oh, I set it to the last 4 digits of my phone number, so it's easy to remember. Oh man, do you think the boys are gonna behave?
It's only for a couple of days. How much trouble can they get into?
Besides, they can carry our stuff. Speaking of stuff, flashlights.
Oh.
Check. Sleeping bags. Check. Oh, it's Matt. Should we just tell the guys we'll pick him up a couple hours before the flight?
Sounds good.
Dyer Grove, here we go.
My situation continues to grow stranger. After unlocking the last room in the hotel, I stumbled upon more questions than answers. A bedsheet dangles out the back window, suggesting one of the students had interest in something in the rear of the hotel. The items strewn about the room appeared to belong to a cottage student by the name of Allison Sterling, who apparently traveled with some friends to Dyer Grove in search of the clues to some sort of ancient legend. I intend to track her down and learn more about her interest in this place, as well as the origins of the apparently disputed legend. Another recently dug hole near a path in the rear of a hotel has caught my attention. This hole, in addition to the burrow I encountered on the path to the lake, arouses my curiosity about what the missing students are so frantically searching for. A shiny 50 pence lying behind a mausoleum grating has caught my eye, but is out of reach. I'll need to locate something to extend my graph if I intend to become that much richer. Strangely, the temperature continues to drop as I move further from the hotel. I need to keep moving if I intend to locate the other students before nightfall, when the conditions will almost certainly worsen. In true Tarzan fashion, I successfully transversed the bridge and arrived at a fork in the road. The series of crippled telephone poles loading towards town have fallen like dominoes beneath the demonic ice and winds. A severe power line whips about before the left path, showering the snowy ground with sparks. I'm no electrician, but continuing in that direction will permanently end my current adventure. I'll make my way towards town. Maybe there is some sort of electrical main I can disable to thoroughly inspect what appears to be a path to the Celtic ruins site.
Dyer Grove, here it is. I think it's just up that trail.
Why is it snowing?
It's freezing. We didn't pack for this kind of weather.
Isn't it supposed to be in the 50s?
I don't know. It's exciting though, isn't it? Come on.
Looks like we're in the right place.
Dyer Grove, closed for the season.
Seems deserted.
Come on, you guys. This is gonna be fun.
break in?
I don't know about that.
Is it even locked?
Much of the hamlet of Dyer Grove is inaccessible due to downed trees and power lines. Past the covered bridge is an old mill converted into a small mechanical merchantal, and footsteps in the snow done lead through a broken front window. One of the missing students must have come this way in search of something, but what? A diary located at the rear of the store is beginning to shed light on mystery at hand. An entry within the diary details the discovery and subsequent hiding of a relic around the store's vacancy. The students must be searching for relics like the one found near the young man on the lake. An exploration downstairs will likely uncover holes like I've been seeing around the hotel. Something seems to be making them dig up the artifacts.
What are you doing?
Just leaving a note in the guest book.
The legend is real. When are you gonna fill us in on this legend anyway?
I've come upon an old hunting lodge located a few hundred yards beyond the hotel. Snowy footprints leaning through the doors suggest one or more of the students recently came this way. I could swear I'm hearing whispers, but it's hard to tell with my ears almost numb to the touch with cold. The ever-present ice makes itself at home amongst the dusty sporting goods and mounted trophies of hunts long past. Their haunting glances chill my already frigid extremities while silently conveying an omen of warning. I'm next if I stay here. A door at the rear of the lodge is rendered impassable by the creeping ice, and a kerosene lantern and converted to fuel are the only additional details worth noting. I've located another missing student. She's almost completely encased in ice, and she too is holding a relic similar to the one in the fishing shack. Like the young man I discovered on the lake, the girl in the bathroom is somehow still alive within some kind of possessed or altered state. Clutched inside her ice cream grab is a walkie-talkie that occasionally receives distress calls from another party. Unfortunately, the communication is only working in one direction, as the woman on the other end is unable to hear me or incapable of responding. I have a feeling the answer to what is happening in Dire Grove is linked to the woman I'm hearing and the strange artifacts the now frozen students are holding. I need to find her.
hunter. I am the 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 hunter.
A sturdy chain bearing entrance to the museum provided little oppression to a pair of pulp cutters I found behind the hotel. It's hard to describe the amount of destruction being leveled upon every frosted surface of the once charming exhibit hall. The entire world feels miniaturized, pressed within an ornamental snow globe. My surroundings become a toy meant to amuse an angry child. Footprints lead toward a gift shop on my left, while a series of artifacts and display cower beneath the ever-expanding ice. I'm doing my best to keep moving, but I don't know how much longer I can last. It's getting even colder.
I came all this way. When are you going to tell us about this mysterious legend?
Well, it just so happens that I have my slides from my lecture right here. Roughly 2,000 years ago, on this very spot, lived an ancient civilization called the Celts. What is now Dyer Grove was once the settlement of Galen.
Should we be taking notes?
4 Celts: a hunter, a blacksmith, a farmer, and a fisherman, all gathered in Galen, and successfully contacted their deceased ancestors by performing the ceremony with these 4 magical objects. Unfortunately, a gate was opened between the warm green land of the living and the icy void of the dead. Not knowing how to close the gates, the Celts watched in horror as the icy land of the dead crept into their world. But they realized if they didn't stop the ice, it would overtake the whole earth, so they had to close the gate. They abducted this young woman and thrust her like a sacrifice into the portal. It worked. The ice receded, the earth was green and warm. The Celts collected those magic objects and hid them in different places so that they would never be united again.
And what happened to the girl?
Well, some people call her the Banshee. Other people call her the Ice Lady. Supposedly, she waits for the discovery of the relics so that she can come back and turn the earth to ice. So that we all may feel her pain.
A few days ago, archaeologists unearthed a relic near Dyer Grove that Alice...
You believe is one of the 4 devices used to open a gate to another world.
Right.
I've located a student in a blacksmith exhibit in the museum. Snowy footprints leading toward a partially raised gate piqued my interest, so I hacked the security system to have a closer look inside. The young man, like those I found before him, lies beneath in a frozen state of suspended animation. The relic held close to his chest matches the one I've seen in the news clipping at the hotel lobby. He must have broken into the museum to locate the artifact, but why? What would possess someone of sound mind to risk their life traversing this unholy frozen wasteland in search of such a thing? I need to find Alice, and I fear I'm running out of time.
I am the blacksmith. I am the blacksmith. I am the blacksmith. I am the blacksmith.
I can't sleep. I'm so cold. Are you freezing? It's gotta be 20 below here. Looks like the fire's up. Where's Matt?
Sleeping bag is cold. Maybe he went to the bathroom.
Matt? 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 Hey, Matt? Matt, come on, this isn't funny. I'll help her.
Among the ice-covered accoutrement in the upstairs office is the other end of the correspondence between the museum curator and Allison, the young woman I'm attempting to locate. The frozen lady is real. I can understand Allison's interest in the recently discovered relic, but to link it to a story so utterly fantastic seems implausible. That said, here I am frantically trying to find the rest of her party, while at the same time attempting to avoid whatever fate befell them after their arrival in Dire Grove. The fallen power lines appear to converge on an electrical outlet just beyond the window, and icy ledge is some idea of a good time, but the coming nightfall defeats my fear of falling. The legend of Dire Grove. On the eve of All Hallows, when Boundary was thin, four Celts bought. The legend of Dire Grove. On the eve of All Hallows, when the boundary was thin, four Celts brought gifts to converse with lost kin. While tribute was offered and the chants were spoken, the spirits heard knocking and the boundary was broken. The fisher and farmer, with hunter and smith, watched the cold in the portal shape their world, frozen stiff. Panicked with fear for their land's icy fate, they abducted at last as sacrifice to the gate. Their magic was used just one final day. They vanished 4 keys to hide the secret away. Some say their carol is naught but Lord, the banshee marks time to freeze our world once more. A book on display in the gift shop has captured my attention. The note I found in the hotel was written by the same skeptic who authored the book I'm holding. Perhaps it might shed some light on the mysterious legends surrounding the history of Dire Grove. I've enclosed a poem that provides the base of the legend, but as far as I can tell, it reads more like fiction than any account of historical accuracy. The bit about the world being frozen, however, is something of which I can certainly relate.
should look outside.
Hey, check it out. Footprints.
Matt!
Dude, where are you?
Matt, it's too cold to be playing out here.
Look. More footprints.
Looks like somebody's been digging holes.
And more holes over here.
Matt? Matt? Matt?
Dude, what are you digging for?
The wind has really picked up. Dire Grove feels like it's trading places with the most isolated region of Antarctica, and I'm among the first souls to explore its formidable landscape. This sounds absurd, but I can feel the ice moving. Tiny frozen crystals form rapidly above every surface until glassy tendrils arise like bony fingers bent on caressing my worlds within its icy touch. A small farm rapidly deteriorates before me. Any exploration of the property must be done quickly. I need to locate the woman whose voice calls from her friend on the walkie-talkie, but I fear I'm running out of time.
to go get help. We can't just leave him here.
I'll go with her. Will you be okay?
Yeah, just hurry.
I'll get help. Stay here. Okay, just watch him.
Jack, I'm really scared. I think he's gonna pull it up.
It's gonna be okay. I promise. Okay? We're gonna get out of this.
Oh, shit, car, it's too cold or something. It won't start.
Come on.
Did you hear that?
Hear what? You're totally freaking me out. Stop!
Go in the left.
Jack. Oh, you need to get the car started. Stop!
I am the farmer. I am the farmer.
I'm too late. I've located Allison, the young woman who traveled to Dire Grove in search of clues to an ancient mystery. Like her friend, she too has been overtaken by some unearthly presence. This evil has somehow controlled them and made them unearth relics that contain curiously shaped jeweled stones. Allison refers to the spirit as the Ice Lady, an internal force who forms the basis of a Celtic legend that has been passed on for centuries. According to Allison, the spirit is desperately trying to free herself from another world where she was imprisoned thousands of years ago. I don't know why the vindictive spirit has not yet used her icy claws on me yet. I'm absolutely freezing, but I've somehow avoided the same fate that befell the 4 students. I need to see if I can make it to the ruins.
Stop digging, and I got too cold. It's getting worse out there. Where's Jack? Jack's gone. What? To get help? No, he freaked out and he ran into the woods. Okay, but we need to start a fire right now before we freeze to death. No, we need to go get help. No, it's too cold. We need to start a fire right now. What's that? I found him behind the desk when I was looking for matches. If we're gonna stay here, that's fine, but keep this with you. Stop. I am worried about the guys too. But we have to start a fire. I don't know what else to do. There's something out there.
I've located Allison's cell phone amidst the rubble of the frozen farmhouse and brought it back to the hotel to give it a charge in the upstairs bedroom. I was able to get it running after finally starting to generate and easily circumvented a simple security measure to access her phone number. I remember her saying the last 4 digits of her number matched her suitcase combination. Let's hope this works. I'm definitely running out of time. I could sense the angry spirit of the Ice Lady watching my belabored trek through the devastation that encompassed Dire Grove. The last 4 digits of Allison's phone affords me to access her suitcase, but the contents of her luggage are a bit of a letdown given the length of effort I applied to getting this far. A stack of Reacher's papers atop a pile of clothing are little used in my quest to save the world from freezing. The only piece of relevant information is found jotted on a scrap of paper clipped in the aforementioned documents, a handwritten series of glyphs rung alongside their Latin equivalents creating a Celtic Rosetta Stone. I've enclosed it here as it may prove helpful in my investigation.
October 20th, Dire Grove main site, Dr. Patricia Anderson. We've been forced to suspend the dig as the weather has gone downhill rapidly. At first I thought it was just a brief cold spell, but this is bizarre. It's most unnaturally cold. Heavy winds and spotty snowfall impede our examination of the area where we found the relic. I can't believe I'm saying this. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the legend is real. I hope the young woman I've been corresponding with doesn't attempt to make the journey here. It's too dangerous. Dire Grove may soon be ground zero.
An excavation tent constructed a few hundred meters north of a recent dig site attempts to remain fixed to the ground. Beneath its whipped canvas lie the remains of the archaeological team whose equipment and findings have been tossed about by the violent winds. A reel-to-reel recorder dictates the final hours of the operation when our temperatures forced those studying the area to flee. It appears Dr. Anderson had a change of opinion regarding the legend of Dyer Grove.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Susan? Where did you go?
Help! Help!
Come back to the room. This is a distress call to anybody who finds this tape. The legend is real. I came here with my friends Susan, Jack, and Matt, and she took all of them. I knew this was gonna happen. It's getting really cold. I can feel the ice moving under. Susan, are you there? Hey, Susan!
I've made it to the Celtic ruins site. The wind gusts here make it difficult to stand, and the freezing air steals the breath from my lungs when I try to inhale. Crouching beneath ace and stones is my only protection from the elements as I update my case report. I've definitely reached the eye of the storm. The ice and snow pushes itself in every direction, starting in an outcropping of rocks surrounding by a large carved obelisk. There is no way of surviving in these conditions, so I've got to act quickly. The headstone at the center of the site appears to be some sort of ancient mechanical device. 4 columns carved into the rock and several surrounding satellite stones leave me scratching my head. The items I've unlocked inside the relics must have something to do with this, but what? My body grew rigid from cold as I studied the headstone puzzle for quite some time. I remembered my crime computer displaying shapes matching the jewels I recovered from within the relics, and instantly recognized the pattern. The spirit must have known the solution. I fear I've been used. Is it possible I've been spared only to help the frozen lady? Did she somehow beguile the students and make them dig up the relics, knowing I might be tricked into unlocking her ancient tomb? Allison noted the evil could not be freed without the relics coming together. As long as the students stay clear of the ruins, I should be okay. Ice and snow spear forth from a hole at the end of the tunnel. It's too far to jump. I need the ladder. I recall seeing this back in the farmhouse. Where is the ladder? I need to make this update brief. The ladder I used to access the second floor of the farmhouse is missing. Fresh footprints in the snow suggest someone besides me has been here recently. Is it possible Allison has awakened? If she joins the others and brings the relics together, we're all doomed. I would check in on the other students, but I feel they'll be gone too. I hope they haven't conveyed at the ruins. If the Ice Lady spirit is released, the entire world will freeze. I feel like such a fool. I played right into her hands.
So if they found the first relic, do you think the other three are buried around here somewhere?
That's my guess. The carvings that were on the relic that was found represent the blacksmith and fire. The Celts placed great reverence in the four natural elements of earth, air, fire, water. It just makes sense that the other relics would represent the other elements. Remember who opened the portal? Farmer, earth, fisherman, water.
So, if the relics came together again, you're saying the portal would reopen and release the soul of the woman trapped thousands of years ago?
Yes, but unfortunately it would also freeze the entire world in the process.
And there'd be no turning back.
I suppose. I mean, that's how the story's been told for thousands of years. Although, the Celts do believe in this mysterious fifth element, which would trump the other four. What was it? Roughly translated, it's known as the Silver Soul. There's not a whole lot known about it. It's thought to be highly magical by the Celtic elders, the Druids. Anyway, if an object representing this fifth element was in some way combined with the other four, it would block the portal forever.
Let's hope we don't have to find out.
The students have opened the portal. With expressionless faces, they have gathered deep beneath the ruins at the source of the snow and ice flow. I watched in horror as they chanted and one by one released a relic into dropping light, emanating from a large circular hole in the center of the chamber. As the fourth artifact disappeared from view, a blinding light accompanied by a gleeful howl unlike anything I've ever heard. The spirit of the Ice Lady is now free. The legend of Dire Grove is now a terrible reality. Every frozen fiber of my being wants to remain far from the entrance, but it may be our only hope. I've got to cross through the barrier and try to somehow restrain the evil that threatens to overtake the world. This whole thing is completely nuts. It took every last of courage I must muster, but I closed my eyes tightly and stepped forth through the portal, and I found myself within a tiny ice chamber bordered by 5 small altars adorned with strange glyphs. In the center of the room rest the remains of a young woman sacrificed over 2,000 years ago to save the world and form the basis of the legend of Dire Grove. Her icy anguish now begins to flood across the face of the earth. Every moment brings my world closer to doom. I need to figure out a way to decipher the writing on the altars before it's too late. I gather the dust and make arrows fly true before jotting it down in a letter to you. A grain of hope and the reaper's toil, my body sends life through the rock and soil. I am what's left when all water dries, from the sweat on your brow to the tears in your eyes. Allison mentioned a fifth element that would trump the other four. She called it the Silver Soul. A series of riddles found on the other side of the portal were ineligible until I found Allison's translation. Now that I can read the symbols, I'm starting to wrap my head around what's going on here. The ancient Celts must have hollowed out this space and constructed the magic altars as some kind of fail-safe against breaching of boundary between worlds. Objects relating to the Earth's four basic elements, in addition to a magical property known as the Silver Soul, seem to be pulling the Ice Lady spirit back into the frozen void. If I can solve all the riddles, I might be able to imprison her once again and save the entire planet in the process. All life's variants of form, mass, and hue soon withered to me 'neath the grate and the flue. Messenger, god of trade and exchange, my sighs were lies on the brightest stars' range.
With the artifacts of Dire Grove now safely locked away, we may begin to reassess our understanding, not only of the ancient Celtic people, but of all civilizations. Might it now be wise to look upon the tales of earlier ages with a renewed curiosity?
Dr. Sterling, much has been discussed of your experience, yet you only briefly described the individual responsible for saving you and your friends. Can you reveal the identity of this Good Samaritan?
That person is asked to remain nameless, but I can give you their business card.